Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing an unboxing and initial review of our brand new TurboKlone cloning machine. But before we get into today's video, if you wouldn't mind, if you are new here to the channel, please consider subscribing. And for those of you that have already subscribed, I really do appreciate the support. And if you are watching this video, please give the video a big thumbs up to continue that support. So folks, this has been a long time coming. This video has been in the works since pretty much last July, believe it or not. We were in talks with TurboKlone all last summer. There was a couple hang-ups here and there, but we ended up getting the cloning machine on the farm in late September, early October, sometime around there. I remember talking about it. It was like in the middle of harvest, and TurboKlone was totally understanding that we were just not going to be cloning anytime soon, but they were cool with it. And now today, with all of our seeds pretty much done at this point, and they're on their way to growing, I thought it would be a good time to unveil our TurboKlone. And for those of you who don't know what a cloning machine is or know little about it, essentially the cloning machine is a box with a water pump, and it's an aeroponics. And essentially it roots shoots from the mother plant, and that creates a genetic replica of your mother plant. And that's how we're able to keep and sustain our genetics here on the farm. It's also cost effective. For those of you who know, seeds are expensive, and we found that out with the CBG. And so in order to keep costs down and pass that savings on to our consumers, we want to make sure that we do everything possible to keep our genetics stable and to keep our costs down, and this is part of it. Now, when it comes to cloning, if you look at some of our older videos, we do have experienced cloning here on the farm. We do have a smaller Easy Clone. Now, the Easy Clone I had no issues with. In fact, it was a great little machine. The biggest problem is it's only a 16 cell. TurboKlone sent us a 48 cell turbo cloner, and that is exactly what we need here on the farm. We are a craft grower. We're not trying to mass produce this stuff. We're not trying to fill fields with them. So we don't need these larger machines, but we also outgrew our 16 cell cloner as soon as we bought it. We outgrew it. So I'm really happy with the size they sent us. It's actually perfect for what we need. Now, what we'll be talking about today is just really the unboxing and maybe the significant difference that I see between the Easy Clone and the TurboKlone. And I'll show you that once we unbox it. I already know what the significant difference is, and when I was doing that research and talking to TurboKlone, there is a big difference. And for the South, here in Virginia and south of us, it could make or break really your cloning experience. But let's get right into it. Let's go grab the cloner and unbox it, and let's talk about it a little bit. All right, folks, so here is the turbo cloner. Now, I opened it up back in October just to make sure everything was in here and all good. But we're going to open it up here, and I'm going to show you what exactly I'm talking about. So in this box is all the the foam cells and a lot of the pumps and the bracket that goes in here, and we're not going to really get into a lot of that today. What I'm really going to talk to you about is why this is so different from our Easy Clone. Now, if you guys have never seen the Easy Clone versus a TurboKlone, I'm going to tell you right now what the big difference is. And in the front, you can see that there's a spot here. And right here, there goes a fan. And that fan cools this water. Now, why is that so significant? Well, it's significant because if the water gets too hot, the clones actually don't root very well. And I found the later in the season I went, a lot harder to get those clones to root than it was back in May and June. When we tried cloning in July, it was very difficult. The water would get too hot. We were adding ice to it. You get a lot of algae forming. So this is what the TurboKlone looks like. It's very similar to most other cloning machines. Now, we can open up this box here to show you what exactly is in it. So now that we've opened up the box, I'm going to take this down. I'm going to show you what is in the other box. So here you go. Here are your foam cells. Now they're all the same color, so you can buy color coordinated ones. I don't really find the need. I keep a logbook of where I put everything. And on the cloning machine itself, you can put little white tabs. So that's not that big of a deal. Here is your instruction guide about how to start everything up, get everything going. Here's your power for your pump and your fan. And so here's your standard pump. This is standard. It looks almost identical to the one that EasyClone gives you. And then here's what I'm talking about, folks. Here is the fan. And that fan attaches to that front. And that really makes or breaks a big difference between the EasyClone and the TurboKlone. The TurboKlone has a fan. If you're looking for a significant difference, this is it. And I'm really excited to give it a try because, again, I'm not knocking EasyClone here, but that is a problem here in the South, is keeping everything cool. You know, everything heats up quick around here, so any kind of help, like a fan, can make a big difference. And then here you go. Here is the actual sprayer, and it's already pre-assembled. Again, you know, EasyClone, you had to assemble this yourself. This is pre-assembled and ready to go. I like that about this. And so far, judging by the way everything is set up, the TurboKlone looks great. And I'm excited to get this thing turned on. Well, folks, that's all I have for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. And again, I want to give a big thank you to TurboKlone. It really helps our farm out. It really helps our channel out, bring good content to you guys, but it also helps the viewer decide what's best for them on the market when it comes to cloning machines. And I think TurboKlone is a great option. But that's all I have for you today, guys. If you guys are interested in flour, you can always send me an email. All that will be in the description below. Go ahead and check out the website for any kind of pricing. And if you guys got to get in touch with me, you can always do so on Instagram, Facebook, or my email. I'll try to get to you as quick as I can. Lately, I have been getting a lot of emails, so bear with me on that. But that's all I have for today, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in another video.